So, since the fall, since Harvey Weinstein, we've had kind of a sea change of attitude towards this. Everything has become much more public. Are we seeing a change in standards? Are they affecting businesses? You know, how are things changing in the Me Too era?
Well, it is a sea change, you're correct. But the law is the same. What has dramatically changed is two things. The awareness of what constitutes sexual harassment in the workplace is certainly greatly heightened. And also the tolerance level that people are going to have moving forward for enduring these kinds of behaviors. And I think the watershed of the Me Too stories illustrates that point. You have, on the one hand, one group who are telling stories where they say, I was subject to inappropriate discussions and inquiries, but I didn't know that that was unlawful when it was happening to me. So I endured it, I put up with it, I brushed it off, I didn't say anything. But now I know, and now those women are telling their stories. On the other hand, you have, particularly if we're talking about more egregious kind of behaviors that we all recognize as being wrong and unlawful, those women were not complaining because they were afraid to complain. Well, why are they afraid? Well, a lot of reasons. Lisa touched upon one primary reason: retaliation. How can I complain about the boss making inappropriate advances to me? How's that going to fare? I'll probably get fired. I won't get a promotion. Also, women are afraid because it's hard to complain about somebody you work with. The rest of the group might think of you as the prude of the office, the buzzkill, the killjoy, not a team player. So that's also difficult. And also, they're afraid of not being believed, oftentimes. So I think that this Me Too movement has dispelled a lot of those misconceptions about what is not sexual harassment and those fears of coming forward. I think that's the change we're going to see going forward.
And just to add to that, this movement has really grabbed the world's attention. And these women's stories are being cloaked with instant credibility. And that's something that wasn't happening before. Kathleen mentioned that there have always been legal protections, legal assurances in place. What that means is an employer has always been prohibited from taking retaliatory action in the event an individual brings a claim or an allegation of sexual harassment. But women were afraid of bringing these claims. They were afraid that they would be punished, either overtly, they would be fired, as I mentioned, passed over for a promotion, or subtly, as Kathleen mentioned, they'd be classified as the office prude. Maybe people would be less likely to give them assignments. They wouldn't want to work with them. So they were holding back. Now, as more women are coming forward, they're sharing their stories. These other women are feeling empowered to share their own story. It's kind of a safety in numbers mentality. They're hearing each other's and they're voicing their own story as a result of this movement.